Hi, baby, it's your mom. It's May 29th, 2022, and you have arrived. You're a couple weeks old. We had an amazing birth story. I've written all about it in your baby book and emails. So at some point, you'll be able to see those. I also put it on Facebook. If my Facebook is still active by the time you can read it or are old enough to understand it, you'll be up there. We had you at home. You had a water birth, well, a partial water birth, because at some point after you had crowned and you were halfway out, I had to get out of the water so that because you had to be in a different position because you weren't restituting, you weren't turning for the rest of your body to come out. So I got in the perfect position and then you came out right away. So just missed having a full water birth, but that's okay because the important part of that was just that you being born healthy and everything was fine. Your brother and sister helped a lot with that. They, at some point, when we had hooked up the hose to the washer for the hot water to come into the tub, and it started to run cold a little bit. So your brother and sister were running up and down the stairs with hot water that they heated up from the stove and was filling the tub that way. So they were a huge help. Your brother, your sister, your father were all here for you being born. The midwife, the student midwife, and the birth assistant were also here to help me give you a smooth labor and birth. Give me a smooth labor and you a smooth birth. And it was excellent. We've had some sad and tragic news that shook the country. There was another mass shooting at Uvelde, Texas. And, you know, it's hard. It makes you think maybe we should homeschool you. And homeschooling has really changed in the last few years. It used to be something that you wouldn't want to do for your child because it might set them back. But now it's, you know, with virtual learning and everything, it's come a long way. You're lucky, so that could be an option for you. Or we could live abroad if that was a possibility, and you go to school abroad in a place where gun accessibility wasn't as a given like it is in this country. Um, there are different arguments people make about it. They say that, you know, even if we had tougher gun laws, people could still access guns, and that could be true. But the fact is that there are some countries that don't have guns at all. So there's a lot to take in because nobody wants to lose their child. Nobody. And you could, yes, you could, we could all die at any moment. That's the way life is. You're born, and at some point, you're going to pass away, you're going to die. And it's hard to think about, but when you die a violent death like that, it was never meant to be. It was never meant to be. It's scary, and I'm so sad for all the parents that are going through that, experiencing that. I don't think I could make it. If something happened to you or your siblings, I think I'd be destroyed. But want to go back to talking about some happier things. Like yesterday, we had a very nice family night. We played Sorry, we played Uno, and me and your siblings, we were watching Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, which is one of their favorite movies because they love the music. Surprisingly, I wouldn't have ever guessed that they would love ABBA, but they do. And I'm really happy about that. Also, Stranger Things season 4 came out, and we loved episode 4. We were just cheering. We were amazed. That episode was epic. If you're watching this and you're old enough to watch it, go watch that episode because you will love it. It is so artistic. It is so cinematic. And then the background music came in at just the right time. They played Kate Bush. Check her out, 80s icon. I don't have anything I have a lot to say actually, but I'm going to leave it here because this is just about, showing you what's been going on, what happened during the times when you were a little newborn, and for you to look back on it. So I want to keep it nice and short, and there'll be more to come. Bye.